music just gets me going every time. I gotta dance.
It's kind of catchy, right? Did you know that David, can Megan still hear me?
Yeah,
David told me that it used to drive him nuts, and it wasn't until the birthday that it kind of won him over.
Oh, he likes it now?
Now he likes it.
Okay.
And I was like, well, never.
By the way, it wouldn't matter if he liked it or not.
Well, you know, we got to stay kind of like in the middle. We can't like do something that's going to make everybody fall asleep, and we can't make something like headbanger and give everybody, you know, like a nervous breakdown. So we're just kind of crafting right in the middle, right?
Exactly.
Right. So, hello everybody. Welcome. We see you popping in here so very quickly. Rosalie was our first one. Hi, Rosie.
Hi, Rosalie.
She says, I've done all the things. I'm in Seattle. We're in a buzz over Seattle Mariners baseball.
Oh.
Okay, I was going to say,
yeah, it's an exciting time for baseball right now.
Very much so. And there's our Sue. Hello, Sue. Always here. Hi, Cheryl. So welcome everybody to Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour. My name is Teri Lightsey, and I know you haven't seen our guest in so long.
It's since Wednesday.
This is our most favorite Lynne from Ellen J Goods. Once again, actually, this was her scheduled day. All the other times, she's just doing me a favor.
And I have one next month too, Teri.
Yeah, she does.
I just may have Megan join me, and we'll do those the Thanksgiving turkey tracing our
turkey
fingers.
hands. Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So the funny thing is, and I told this story last time, right? So Lynne was like, I am going to get Teri off my back. I'm just going to give her a schedule. Let's do October. Let's do little did she know I'd have August, September, October, all sprinkled in there.
Yeah, now we got to look at the calendar for next year. It's probably already filled up. So,
well, you know, we're working on January, but the rest of we could definitely schedule for the rest of the year.
I'll email you.
I know. Well, you know, I know how to get a hold of you now.
You do. Yes,
hello,
you do.
Laura. Hello, Teresa Cherry. So as usual, you all, we're just popping your names up here on the screen. That's our little way of saying hello to you, so I don't interrupt when Lynne's doing their masterpiece over there. But also at the end of Creative Hour, Decoupage Queen gives away, I can't even say a goodie bag anymore. It's just a brilliant prize now. Did you know about this, Lynne?
No.
So instead of me picking their prize, our new owners at Decoupage Queen has given me a spiffy coupon code, and they get to pick their prize.
What?
Yeah.
So it's like they can have a little shopping spree.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that amazing? So if you need really a little paper, you need a little glue, you need a little.
That's fantastic.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting. Although I love like researching you guys and saying, oh, they like flowers, they like birds. But now you guys really get to, you know, pick whatever you want.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So all you guys have to do to make sure you get on the wheel is make sure you're following Ellen J Goods. That link just went in for you right now. And then you need to make sure you're following Decoupage Queen. Once you've done so, let me know and I'll get your name on the wheel. But I will remind you guys, please re-verify that you are following both. Just don't take it for granted and say, yep, Teri, get me on the wheel. No, I actually need you to verify that you're still following and it doesn't say follow. You guys already know how to do that?
Because both platforms, Facebook and YouTube, can kind of kick you off if you're not engaging or you're not following. So you really do, if you don't engage, follow, interact with us, then they think you don't want to
not interested.
engage, interact, or follow us. So yeah, they kind of
And here's a new thing for you all who love us on YouTube. You can do me a favor on YouTube. If you're on Ellen J Goods or you're on Decoupage Queen, go down to that comment section and swipe to the right. There's a new feature called Hype. You can hype that video. So if you want to, you have up to 3 hypes a week. You can hype the video and push us out to the world. And
I didn't know that.
So you just swipe the comments to the right and you get free hype points every week, depending on how much you're on YouTube. So someone like me has a lot of points to hype.
That's really cool. I had no idea.
So maybe videos that you know don't get are new people that don't get a lot of love, or something that you think is super cool that you think, oh man, everybody needs to see this. Just swipe your comments and hype the video, and there you go.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Hype it up, man.
Hype it up.
Yeah.
So if you're ready, I'll take the screen so you could flip in 180, and then I'll turn it over to you.
Okay.
Yay! So we were practicing this in Lynn knows where the exit button is, but I'm watching her. Nope, she's got it. Let me give it back to her.
I think I do. I got to get my computer so I can see what I'm doing. I charged it up just for this event.
Woohoo!
I'm very excited about today, and I was telling Teri that I kind of went in a few different directions, and poor Megan, I was changing my mind on the title and the actual project so many times. So
change their mind.
I know what we're gonna. Yeah, that's me.
All
right, where am I live? Why don't I see my live? Yeah, on Facebook. Come on.
It should be there, or you can grab us on your YouTube.
I think, well, there's always that delay, you know.
Yeah. Also, I guess we can talk about while you're finding us.
Sure.
Y'all, if you were on Ellen J Goods this past week, you would have heard that Lynn is going to be taking a much needed vacation.
I'm looking forward to it.
But she doesn't want you all to go without content, so Megan and I are going to do a takeover on Ellen J Goods.
I know. Isn't that a riot? Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys, but you're looking at our project today. So I'm going to talk about what we're going to do while I am looking for YouTube, and hopefully I can find us there. Huh.
Did you?
It's just not okay.
Are you finding us?
Let me see. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not showing on Facebook here. Is anybody watching on Facebook?
Let me see what's going on. I'll go on to your.
Yeah.
I took off with my phone, so I'm trying to.
Of course, you know what we always say. If you want to tune in for something totally unprofessional and poorly planned, you can just share. You can just watch us on Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay, I can see.
So I just put us on your page. I went and did some little techie stuff. We do have 109 friends with us today, so they're finding us somewhere.
You guys, happy Saturday! All right, so let's talk about what we're going to do here. I was thinking we wanted a little winter project to do. Not necessarily Christmas, because not everybody is ready or has the inclination to do Christmas, but we do know that winter is pending soon. So I chose this paper. This is Teresa's from last year. This is hand painted, and it's always been one of my favorites. I've used this so many ways, and I just think it's a lovely, lovely paper. And I thought, how neat would it be to create something that would hold a wreath? Okay, so that's where my mind is going today. All right, that's what we're going to do.
Stop it.
We are actually making a wreath holder that also is artwork. How's that sound?
I love this idea.
Or if you wanted to take the wreath off, you could also put a hook and it could hold a kitchen towel. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this concept. So what we have here is just one of our old pieces of wood. And you can see that it's a little yellow. I have treated this with Vin shellac-based primer, and the yellow that you see is that it has stopped the tannins. So now when I paint over this, it's not going to turn yellow. It has that primer on it, but it's yellow now because it's sealed into that primer, if that makes sense. Bye, Megan. So we are just going to start simple. We're going to decoupage this bird on, and then we're going to do some really fun stenciling techniques. We're going to be using some glitter varnish. We're going to use some snow crystal paste. We're going to use a snowflake stencil, and then modeling paste. We just are going to do a lot of different little textures on here just to take it up a notch. How does that sound?
Awesome.
Great.
And we do have the link for you all where you can find all the products that are being used today. That's in the description, and I will post them for you as well.
Beautiful. So I am just going to kind of fold this down, and I'll start at one end so that I can just magically work my way down. And I've got my little Decoupage Queen felt edge squeegee here. But I'm going to brush this on. Isn't decoupage fun? I always say, like, it is not our mother's or grandmother's decoupage anymore. Isn't that the truth?
Yep. I just love how you can just take something and a little rice paper and it just
it's amazing.
New again.
It really is amazing. And this guy is going to smooth down that paper, no wrinkles. That's what we love so much about rice paper decoupage. It's virtually wrinkle free. And you don't get bubbles as long as you have applied your medium in a consistent layer under your piece, which is why, Teri, when I'm decoupaging and working my way down, I always pull this back just a touch to reveal that wet edge, to make sure that I have all of this covered in decoupage medium and we won't have like a line across there that is missing and excuse me, has not adhered.
Right. Which then almost does this little bubble up.
It does. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, it does. So I just work my way down, especially with these larger papers. I think it makes sense to start one side and then gradually work your way down.
I did the same thing. I don't like to just put medium over the entire surface and then just slap it down.
Oh gosh, no, because I'm picking it up. I'm picking up the paper. I'm readjusting it, and then it starts to get dry. And yeah, this is better, especially when you're working with like an A4 or A3, but larger. It's a perfect way to get that smoothed right down, completely covered. I think this is going to be so pretty. And now I was going to do that before we went live, get this decoupage, but I thought, no. Sometimes it's just fun. And I have people that come in the store all the time that have not decoupaged in 40 years. And they're just amazed when I give them a little demo and do like a rice paper decoupage with them.
Yes.
Yeah, we always have like little canvases or little pieces of wood blocks here so that people can always, you can see, they kind of linger around. They look at those rice papers and like, what are these? And they're kind of afraid to ask. So I just jump right in. I'm like, oh, have you ever used rice papers before? Have you ever decoupaged before? And it's just so fun to see how they just have that like, oh my gosh, this is so different than what we used to do.
Especially when they've only ever used napkins.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm sure everybody is deep into their Christmas making. What are you doing working on these days, Teri?
Actually, what did we do just the other day? We did something not Christmassy at all.
You know what happened to me today, which was so cool. And if any of you watched Teresa's reveal or, participated in or purchased the anniversary pack, the 5-year anniversary pack, Teresa talked about all of her papers. And one of my first projects that I did that was kind of like taking decoupage to the next level was Teresa's Queen Bee. And I did a piece back when I first became a Decoupage Queen retailer. And yeah, this is still a little bit wet, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it, Teri. And I did a really cool piece on an old cupboard door.
Ooh.
And did a beautiful mold that we had made of an antique furniture trim piece. And I used that queen bee paper and did like a honeycomb stencil over it. It was so beautiful. And somebody bought that today. They said, "Oh,
no
I
way.
would love to buy that." I'm like, "Well, you may." But then it got me excited. I'm like, "Oh, I need to do something like that again."
So you want to hear something really crazy?
Yes.
Mary Casey says, just went to Ellen J Goods and FB unfollowed me. Me? I'm usually the first one on her lives. See?
Wait, what?
So FB unfollowed Mary Casey on Ellen J Goods.
Mary, you're always there.
That's why we say, there's really no rhyme or reason. I've had folks that get unfollowed from me, and they're on my lives every single day.
Absolutely. Mary is always like one of the first ones on. We always tease her about that. And she's always interacting with our page, asking questions and making comments. And
that's why I'm sure people roll their eyes at me like, okay, Teri, you say it every Saturday. But I'm actually doing it for you all because I see it. It's every weekend somebody tells me that it has happened.
That is so wild. I just can't even believe that of Mary. I can't. I mean, and Mary knows. Mary knows at this point, when we go live. She knows when we're live. She knows when you're live. So she can easily, track us down when she needs to. But a lot of people don't watch all that regularly. It's nice to get a notification too when somebody is going live.
Unbelievable.
And I think there's a way to do that, isn't there? Where you can sign up for a notification.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to, but I will tell you, Lynn, I stopped getting notifications from Facebook golly, it's probably going on almost 3 years now.
You're kidding.
I don't get a notification for one single person.
Wowza. Isn't that something?
And all the boxes are checked. I haven't redone it in a long time, but yeah.
Holy moly.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so before I move on to like our stenciling, because I have a little bit more drying to do, I wanted to use the decoupage varnishing glue with glitter in it. So I didn't coat this piece yet. Like I would typically just put a layer of my decoupage medium over it, but I'm going to go ahead and use the decoupage medium with glitter. We love this stuff, right?
I love it.
I have been using this in my snow globes that I'm doing. And
oh, yes.
and it's been so fun. It just kind of gives that it's a very subtle shimmer, right?
And that's the thing. I think when someone hasn't tried it, they think, oh goodness, it's gonna be glitter all over my rice paper. I'm not gonna see my
Be
bird
like
or
glitter like this.
yeah, yeah. But it's
It's
just a
not.
subtle amount. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, you can barely see it until you tip this in the light, and it's so pretty. Oops, I got a little chunk there of something. Who knows? It could be my leftover cereal from this morning. You never know. You never know with me. But if you're looking for, you want to do something a little shimmery and a little pretty, I think this is such a perfect little solution. And it's not overdone. Yeah. But
I
it's our
know everybody is saying they can't believe that Mary Casey got unfollowed.
I know. I am shocked. I really
That's why
am.
I say, y'all, it's the easiest thing is whenever you're watching, just tap the screen. Because right there where you comment, it says following. And if it says follow, something's gone wrong.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I am nearing the end of my little glitter jar here, but this little thing goes a long way.
Oh yeah, they do.
And and don't you love that about Pentart as well, as how they do come, there's so many products come in these smaller sizes.
Yes.
They're little snack sizes, I call them, because I just think it gives you an opportunity to try something out. If you know you're not going to use a big jar all at once, then it's not going to dry out on you, and you don't have any maintenance to that stuff. But typically what I would do, like with my modeling paste or snow crystal paste or any of those kinds of things, I take a little press and seal.
Yes.
And cut a circle of it, and then just push it right down on top of that medium, and it'll help to keep it nice and wet.
Yeah, I use the press and seal a lot on the cracking paste, the white and the black. Because I feel those tend to, because they're such thick products, whenever the air hits it, I feel like those like to dry out quickly. So I always use press and seal on those.
Yes. Just one of those handy little tips that I think just helps us to not waste product.
Exactly. Mary Casey says, I'm in a deep depression over this.
Mary, don't let it get you down, honey. Don't let it get you down. Oh my gosh. This is already so just, something. I had a lady come in today and bought actually several papers that I had laid out to show you some different ways that you could do this, you guys. And she's like, "Oh, can I buy these?" And she bought them and just was so excited. And I forgot what I was going to tell you. What was I going to tell you?
Something about, so you looked at how the picture was easy. You just decoupaged it.
Yes. And she said, "Oh my gosh, I wish that you would do a class here again." And I said, "Oh, I will. We're going to do some 101 classes." But they're always amazed when I demo it here and show them how easy it is to do rice papers. But she had so many questions, like, what would you decoupage on? And I had told her, like, I showed her the board that I was going to be using and talked to her about, you should paint it white underneath so that it maintains that beautiful pigment of the paper. And I suggested, like, you can go to the thrift store. You can do reverse decoupage on an old thrift store frame that has glass in it. It's always there's always stuff that you can decoupage, always a substrate that doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
Right.
And I think, just a really, really great way to start if you're new is to buy one of the like 4 packs and then just do a small frame. Go to the thrift store and do something small on a frame. It's just such a nice way to practice without feeling like you're breaking the bank, and that you have to go out and buy something new. I even showed her a piece of artwork that I had here, and it was a store-bought piece. It was something we carried in the shop a few years ago and had a few left over. One side, I think Silent Night, hymn, the words and music were on
Okay.
there. And I flipped it over and it's like, what a great substrate for decoupage. And I put my letter to bees decoupage paper on the back side of it. So, we could still keep the Christmas music on one side, but we just flipped it over and there's something for the rest of the year.
So Baker Sweet on YouTube says, I got here late. What is the shimmer product Lynn is using?
It is Decoupage Varnish and Glue with glitter. This is from Pentart. And it's beautiful. You can decoupage with this, and I just put it over this, over the top of my piece here to seal this in. I've already decoupaged this on the wood board, but instead of putting a top coat with our regular decoupage varnish and glue, I just did it with glitter because I wanted something a little festive.
Somebody said, I was wondering why Lynn hadn't top coated that right away. And then she's seen you do the glitter.
Usually I do, right? So that's why I wanted to add a little shimmer. And you can see it's so subtle, and the glitter is so fine in there that, like, when I tip this, like, it kind of picks up that red underneath.
Yes.
Somehow it's like a hologram or something.
It's that and the chameleon varnish. It's like, I always say, I love when like somebody walks by and then the light hits it and they go, hey, what was that? That little twinkle. And it's like, yep.
It's always the in passing, that little subtle thing that catches your eye or catches the light. Okay, so palette knives. Have a bunch of them handy. I go through these things like crazy because I'm using them on all different mediums, and we use different sizes and shapes for everything. But I just had Megan grab me a new package because half of mine are in the sink right now. So I'm going to think of this. We're going to have that wreath kind of down here. Let me grab my wreath so you can.
I was also thinking stockings. Hang your stockings from it, Lynn.
Oh my gosh, you could. You certainly could. So I'll be putting a hook right here, and we'll do that later. But see how that would just kind of hang right there. And oh my gosh, I think that's going to be so pretty. And I'll do a bow before we're done today. And I think it'll be beautiful. I'm so excited about this. So excited. So I'm going to use Mara's Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. Her stencils, we have a full line of them here. So I want to add some branches, some snowy branches, maybe off of this birch tree. And then later we're going to add a few snowflakes. So I'm just going to use modeling paste.
Love it.
Just modeling paste.
Is that the light or the regular one?
This is regular. Should I use light?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if it's just, I've really started enjoying the light a lot lately.
Well, then let's try it. Let me grab
I'm such a texture weirdo.
Let's see if I can find well, there it is. Look at that. There's my light modeling paste. Let's do it.
And I call these the big mama jamma jars.
Oh, because like when you use it the way we use it,
Yeah.
you know. So I thought this branch, I mean, this is beautiful as it is, but you know, we always have to kind of take it up a notch.
A little bit.
And I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stencil behind this and maybe do a double layer so it looks like it's popping right up out of. So let me just grab.
I was talking about this the other day, though, Lynn. I think the products that Pentart has, I don't know, it just takes what we have in our arsenal is so amazing, like velvet powder, soft touch.
It blows my mind, Teri. And you know, people will ask like, "Oh my gosh, you know, like do you have this or do you have this?" And it's kind of like when people come in and they'll say, "Oh, I'd love to see a project that you've done with this paper or with this product." Well, oh my goodness, we couldn't in a lifetime use every paper that we have or every product. So, which is kind of neat that also we have so many resources available to educate on products.
I just think it's so cool that we can take something and just turn it up, and then you go, you know, you can give it as a gift, and you're like, yeah, I made that, you know?
Absolutely.
So Carolyn Duncan wants to know, could you
Hi,
use the thick gel with this stencil?
Oh, of course you could. Yeah, of course. So I don't want to do a lot, but I want at least some of these branches. I don't want to overload it with branches. But I do want to get a little shadow that will come out from behind the modeling paste.
Miss Kathy says, oh, this looks beautiful on the branches.
I think it's going to be gorgeous. Yeah, I really do.
My goodness, you guys. We have 140 friends with us.
Oh, girl.
Make sure you all are doing all the things.
Teri, they know where to find the good stuff, right?
I'm telling you.
Okay, and I think I'll just put, because remember, this is going to be for a wreath. But even if I take the wreath off, and maybe I'm just going to hang a towel on this, or whatever you have, you know, I don't want to. I want to keep in mind that it could be a wreath. I don't want to take away from her artwork. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
I don't want to take away from her artwork because it's so beautiful.
I have one of those cardinals back here. Her original paintings.
Did you get one of her? Oh my gosh, Teresa actually has some of her paintings on sale right now.
Yeah,
or not. So I don't want to say on sale, but she is
for sale. Yeah, she auctioned this one off, and I was bidding on it, but I lost.
Oh,
and then the sweet Arcelis, who won, ended up sending it to me as a gift.
Ari did? Oh,
yes, she did.
That is so sweet.
So it hangs right behind me. So it's a double special gift.
So I want you to see also that you can even, because this is kind of a darker corner here. And remember, I'm going to be putting modeling paste over this. So I think I'm going to just bring a little bit down from the top here. Are you a pouncer or are you a swirler?
I am a pouncer.
I'm a swouncer.
Swouncer. You know what? I think it's because I get a little too heavy-handed. So if I swirl, I'm known for picking up that stencil, you know, and the bristles get up underneath it.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
All right.
So where Kay says, learn something every time I watch DQ.
You know, it's really that's what I'm saying, Kay. There are so many products. There's so much we can do. And you have just incredible resources among the retailers and stockists, among those of us that share like we're sharing today, or have our own channels like Teri and I do. And Teri does something completely different than what I do. She uses different products. So I think it's just such a blessing to have that kind of inspiration. Actually, just this community, the creative community is, honest to goodness, just the best. Really is. Okay, so I'm going to line this up now. I wonder if you all have ever done this kind of shadowing. And I'm going to line this up exactly over where my green paint is that I stenciled earlier. And
I love this technique, by the way.
I do too. I do too. Then what I'll do is I'll just kind of shift it. So here's what I think. If snow is falling, the snow is going to be on the kind of the top sides of the branches. So I want the bottom sides of the branches maybe to have that shadow. So what I'll do is I'll shift this ever so slightly, maybe a 1/16 of an inch up. I just keep in the same line as that stencil. So here it is. I've got it all lined up like that. You see? Now I'm just going to shift it ever so slightly, and you'll see why that is so cool in a minute. Then I'm going to take this light modeling paste, or it's like marshmallow fluff, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
And then I will stencil. And if I don't get it all, like all of this, it's okay. Yeah. We don't do perfect.
Oh, I love that. Valerie says, love that you take your time and share your knowledge and talents. Finding myself more eager to try new products. So thanks so much.
You're welcome. And I'm sure Teri will ditto that, you know.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know something? But here, this is the truth. You may think that, you know, we're inspiring you, and to a degree, of course we are. That's what our job is. But I'm inspired by all of you. That's what keeps me going, right?
Yes.
So let's lift this straight up and look at that.
I love it so much.
Look at that. And I got a little messy. And again, I'm not going to worry about it. I can also come in with one of Mary Casey via Teresa, or via Teri. These
the precision Q-tips.
Precision Q-tips. And see, because I goof up too. I always do. But I can come in with a tool like this, and it makes it really easy for me to just kind of scoop away or rub away a little, you know, where I've bled underneath.
So I'll tell you something about those. So I did freelance makeup for a long time.
Yeah.
And I use those all the time because, you know, when you do little cleanups around the eyes and whatnot.
Sure.
And so I had tons of them. And then all of a sudden one day I was like, gosh, you know what? I always had cotton swabs by my desk. And I'm like, I need it to be a point. And I was like, wait a minute.
There's actually a product out there, right?
Yep.
I wonder what they were originally created for.
Well, like I said, I used them for makeup. So when I was doing, you know, whenever you do the eyeshadowing or the liners, the cleanup around the eyes.
Do you think that that's what they were originally intended for?
I think so.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so let's grab this, because I used this stencil here. I just got to find out which way did I use it. I might have gone the other direction. Then I'll get these into a bath with some stencil cleaner and.
Oh, I was just talking about the stencil cleaner. Isn't that it's great.
Let me see. There we go. Sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out where I've stenciled and where I haven't. I think that's about it. So I'm going to shift this ever so slightly, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that, And I'll try to hold this down. Teri, do you have any tips for keeping these stencils so you don't get anything bleeding under? You just have to hold.
Other than using like a light mist of tack spray.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Sometimes I do, depending on what I'm using it on.
Right.
If it's something finicky where I need like that third hand, then yeah, just a little bit of the tack spray.
Yeah, because see, I went underneath there and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh, honey, you're just in time. Could you put these in water for me? Give them a good rinse. That came from our friends in Maine when they came and visited our shop. All right. But honest to goodness, you know, we at Ellen J Goods, we have the 10, we call it the 10-step rule. What you're looking at from 10 inches away is going to look completely different when you get this on the wall and look at it from 10 feet away. So don't be, you know, we get so critical of ourselves, don't we? And we want it all to be absolutely perfect and get kind of stressed out if we make a mistake, we feel it's a mistake, but just kind of go with it. It's going to be okay. When you look at this from a distance and I get everything else done, you're never going to know that I messed up on my stencils right here. You're just not going to, you won't know that unless you tell somebody.
Oh no, Mickey, not these. These are not Q-tips. These are precision tips. So they're very pointy. You wouldn't want to use these on a baby.
Yeah, see this, Vicky, and they're hard too. They're kind of harder, a little more compressed. Don't you think?
Yes. They're very stiff. They're not like that. No. They don't have that give. Laura Roy says, if it's perfect, it doesn't look like art to me. It looks factory made.
You know something? And here's what I say to that too. I say, if you want it to look like it was that there were 20,000 of them made to be distributed in big box stores, then you can go buy one.
Yeah, exactly.
But to me, it's like then you don't have something that's different and unique. You have something that 20,000 other people have.
Let me ask you something, Lynn. Do you always, when you're stenciling, do you always use a palette knife? Have you ever used like a silicone brush?
I haven't used a silicone brush. I've used this. You mean a silicone blade, like a blade, like the IOD ones?
No, like I don't think you can see me. I'll show you.
I'll use this sometimes.
Can you see me if I were to come on screen?
If I go way underneath.
I'll have to show you. It's like it has the brush handle, but it's silicone at the end. So it's maybe I know what 1 inch.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Thank you, Renee. Yeah, sometimes I'll use that, and I'll find that will help too because it kind of is getting up that excess.
Yes.
And not a lot can get underneath the stencil. But, you know, again, just like you said, we're looking at it. We're right over it. So we're very picky about what we see.
Yes, it's true.
Because even for me, looking at what you're saying has gone under, I can't even see it.
No, you really can't. And so that's where I think as a creative, we just have to give ourselves a little bit of grace and know that the world's not going to end if we mess up on something, you know. Girl, I don't know if I told you guys this the last time, but I do every now and then, I'll do a reel after I do one of my lives, and Mary and Laura, those of you that follow me know that when, like, you can tell because you followed me for long enough and you know my voice and you just know me, that I'm just like, oh, well, yeah, I do. I like it. Yeah.
And you
No,
don't like it?
I'm going to go off camera and I am going to redo something. So I've been showing like how after the live, here's what I did. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. So Patricia says, my hubs used a precision tip in his ear off my table and had to go to the ENT to get the tip out.
No. Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
Oh my Lord.
That's still not dry. I mean, I probably should have picked something different, but.
Karen Atterbury says, I know darn good and well you will redo it.
You guys know me, don't you? You know me. This is still a little wet. The modeling paste does take a little bit longer to dry than if you were you could also do this with paint,
Structure paste, I feel, is probably the quickest drying of those.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mary Casey said, and the next live, it's completely changed.
It's so true. You can probably look or when I share the final picture of it, I wonder how many people are saying, that doesn't look like what you showed us. It doesn't look like it at all. This could be this could be pretty with a little expand paste here and there.
Yes. Or even the moss effect for the green.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be hard don't you think it would be hard to stencil over that, though?
Over it? Yeah. You're right.
But you could certainly add a little, through here. It's one of those days. It's like, all right, you're gonna stick with us while I spend 3 hours drying my paste. And people will say, of course, we've got all day.
They will.
I know. Now I wish I had one of those things you were talking about. But I'm going to have to get some. I can probably buy them in bulk, like on Amazon or something, right?
What was that?
Those little blades you were telling me about.
Probably. I have, because the one that I love the most, I think either this is the 1 inch or the 3/4. But I also have a 2-inch one. That one's a little too big. I'll show them to you when we come back. I'll leave them right here so I don't forget. Lynn Shaw says, yep, I'll watch.
We love watching you mess up and then fixing it later.
Mary Casey says, when Lynn says, it's fine, it ain't fine.
Oh, like I said, Mary, you know me well, right? You know me well.
Vicky Valdez Green says, it could be a contest. How many changes can you find on the after the live?
Yeah, kind of like those games, like find the hidden whatever,
yes. Like the Where's Waldo things.
Yes, yeah. Of course. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, at this point, I just say, I intended to have this look like this.
Exactly.
It's exactly what I wanted.
Like, what are you guys talking about? I meant it to do that.
Yep. Yeah, I keep getting it. It's under this part right here. But I'm also not getting my fingers right in there to hold that stencil. So, but look, we're going to make it into a pine branch again.
And no one will know the difference.
Nope. Unless you tell.
Nope.
But we also had some overlap here of the branches. So that little
it's going to make it a little thicker.
Yes. And so that leftover, or the thickness of that previous stencil with the light modeling paste is kind of holding that stencil up just a little bit. So we'll just make it look like it was supposed to be this way. And that's okay with me. Until later. No, I'm not changing this at all.
She's shaking her head. No, you guys can't see.
No, I'm not going to, because truly I think it looks fluffy and snowy, and I'm looking at it in the computer to the left of me, and I think it looks just fine. It really does.
Mary Casey. And now that Lynn has picture in picture, we can tell she don't like it.
Yeah, I've been trying that fancy new thing.
Good afternoon, Dale. Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna, I forgot my little star stencil here. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Absolutely.
Not stars, snowflakes.
Miss Linda, where do you get the precision tip thing? Are you talking about the Q-tips? I buy them in the precision tip swabs. I buy them in bulk now on Amazon. You guys are so funny. Oh, I know. When I seen the picture in picture, I was like, oh, I like it. I didn't know that they couldn't get it off.
Song in my head. All right. This
So
is a tip.
Carol says, Lynn, I've made so many Lynn-inspired gifts over the years. This cardinal paper is fabulous.
Oh, Carol, that is so sweet. That means so much. It really does. All right, we're going to let that dry. Oh, I can do this one. But isn't that is so pretty. That is so, so pretty. Now let's see if I can.
I don't know. Is Megan still there?
She's not. She went
Mary
to.
Casey said she's surprised she wasn't chiming in.
I know, right? Telling me what to do. No, they are very committed band parents. So they volunteer and they chaperone. So that's where they were off to today.
So my nephew was in the marching band when we lived, well, they live in Las Vegas.
Okay.
You know, the heat out there.
Oh gosh.
And he was on the drum line. So in full uniform with the drums. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy. These kids have band camp always, in August. It always seems to be just the hottest August ever. I mean, and I know for you guys in the South, it's like that all the time. So look, if you're not perfect at stenciling, it's okay. It's gonna all look okay.
But I was thinking, where it's gathering there by the tree, if you will, that's where a lot of the snow would pack on, is right there.
You're exactly right. That's exactly what I'm going with, Teri. I agree. Hey, JR.
Yes.
Would you mind taking these two? Also, look at how pretty. What a difference that makes. All right. I love it. I love that. I think that's so pretty. Okay,
So
we're gonna
does
give
Laura.
this.
She says, I'm loving the snowy branches.
They're great. Thank you very much.
Hi, Shonda. Shonda says, so pretty.
I mean, you could sprinkle a tiny bit of like like I love the Tim Holtz. Actually, let me grab some. Pentard has, I love their glitter. I love the Eco Glitter so much, but it only comes in 2 colors, right?
Yes, it does.
So if you want to do something a little more transparent, you can use like our Tim Holtz. I don't have any handy right here. You can use the Tim Holtz Rock Candy.
Oh, yes.
And that is like a clear, very fine glitter. I don't have any right here because I wasn't planning on using it. But that you could also just sprinkle just a little bit here and there. And you could also do that later after this dries. All right, so we got to get this dried because then we're going to put some snowflakes on this using the snow crystal paste. And I've used this so many times on different wintry projects through snowflakes. So depending on what you have or what you want to invest in, we have the Tim Holtz, which I love because they're little. And then we have our Bentley snowflakes from Ellen J Goods. And we also have a snowflake stencil from Decoupage Queen as well, I believe.
Yes, we do. So everybody is saying that the snow has brought the paper to life, that it makes the cardinals stand out more.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Let's flip him around, and I'm not going to go crazy with the snowflakes here. I don't want to like overpower this, but I want just a few. And I'm going to try to position it so that maybe I can do 2, 2, 1. I have to maybe one here, just overlapping the cardinal a little bit, and then a couple here. So, well, I'm going to have 5. So
I was going to say, right?
Yep. Another thing that I do, Teri, is like I tip these jars upside down too, and I think it helps to maximize the life of your stuff. And this is a little harder. Now, I'm wondering if maybe that is a little harder to spread through. So I'm wondering if that silicone brush would be good.
Perfect. Yep. It would
but hey, it turned out great.
There you go.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. So let's do, I think I'll just do like 3 up here. Let me wipe that off super quick. This is one of my favorite things to use. I love the snow crystal paste. I really do.
It's that perfect one, right? Because the snow paste is so opaque white, and the ice is transparent. So it's like it's right in the middle there. So you get the best of both.
Oh, I love it. And it's another one of those that just kind of catches your eye. But you can hear this, I hope.
A little bit of grit.
You can hear that grit, which can make it challenging. But I love it. I really do love it. And we want to do this one here too.
Sandy says, oh, that is striking. So pretty.
Yeah, I think so too.
Snow crystal paste is like the snow crystal pin, ? Says Carol.
Absolutely. Yep. You are correct. Flipped it straight up. Oh,
presto.
Oh my gosh. Well, now I got to do more. Now I got to do another one. Let's do one here.
Someone had made a comment earlier that they said that their problem is they don't know when to stop. They just keep going.
Yeah. I think that can be an issue for a lot of us.
Yes.
And so I always say, stop before you go too far. And even give it a day, give it a day or so. So I'm just going to
make a joke about it, but I'm actually being serious when I say, like, put the brush down and walk away.
Exactly.
Like,
and
really.
it's okay to walk away till the next day even.
Mm-hmm.
Or to the next week. I've done it, especially if I'm doing furniture. I give myself, I allow myself now, because I have too many times done things that I don't like and had to go back and redo. And so, yeah, I think, allow yourself a little time to really take it in. Let's just do one more over here. I don't want to come in there.
So Donna says, I always think I go too far.
Do you, Donna? Well, there's a few things to keep in mind. Like, I look at this now and I look at, like, okay, I've got a nice balance here, and see how they're it's kind of drifting this way. So but I feel like maybe I want something there. I'm not sure. Maybe I just want it to drift down this way, and I'll add one more down here. It'll be covered by a wreath, but I think, yeah. Yeah, right? And maybe, let's see, can I squeeze one there? What do you think, Teri? You think that's enough? This is where it's like, if I'm questioning,
I do.
I'm going to
I
stop.
do.
Yep, I think it's enough. If I go too far, I'm going to regret it. And this stuff hardens, man. You got to get that in water so it can get,
yes,
so you can clean that later. All right.
Metal says that this is very nice.
Thank you.
And Lynn Shaw says, so pretty.
I really like it. And that is a very good point that you made about the thickness of the light modeling paste kind of lands in those areas where
It
you wouldn't,
does.
yeah, where snow would kind of settle and build up anyway. So let's give this a quick dry. Oh my
Shonda
gosh.
says she needs a snowflake stencil.
You do. We've got lots of them.
So once again, I'm going to put the link in for you guys for Ellen J Goods for all of her products that she's used today.
And look at that shimmer glaze.
So pretty.
Oh.
And again, so that's just the subtle background, right? So you've got just that little bit that's going to catch the light. And then you have all this beautiful, the modeling paste, the snow crystal paste. Oh, just beautiful.
And I think because there is this shimmer in the back and the shimmer in the snow or the snow crystal paste, I'm glad I didn't put any glitter on these leaves or branches.
You know what? I agree.
I think it
would have
needs
been
that
a lot.
contrast.
Mm-hmm.
It needs the contrast in texture.
I think she's out of glimmer glaze.
Pardon me?
Betty says, I think she's out of glimmer glaze, but I'm not sure what the glimmer glaze is.
Oh, you mean shimmer glaze? The shimmer?
Yeah, I'm not sure because you haven't used shimmer glaze today.
I didn't use this today. Maybe this is what you're thinking of, the decoupage and varnish and glue with glitter.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you a couple of ideas. This is certainly beautiful as it is. You could add a little label here, like an IOD conservatory label mold. You could just leave it like it is. But I think we can do this.
So Dos Cabezas Craft Center says, hi, Lynn and Teri. Missed the live, but what a lovely piece.
It is. I don't have my Christmas wreaths downstairs yet, so you have to forgive me. So, how pretty. I think this wreath, if a wreath hung on here, it needs to be like a frosty, like a flocked or kind of a snow frosted wreath with pine boughs. I really do. I don't know if JR can run upstairs and find one for me, but then I'm not going to make a complete bow here, but just to give you an idea, I just grabbed this from my stash.
That's a pretty one. I love that
But
one.
and so here again, it's reflected, not that, a wreath. Careful of my modeling base. Not that, dear.
Right by me.
I know. So we'll get the idea of this in a second.
Come in. I thought
What's
if
that?
something fell on you.
Do you still want me to run upstairs?
Yeah.
What am I looking for?
Just like a wreath, maybe a wreath, a plain wreath, if we can find one that has like kind of snow frosting on it.
This big?
No, I mean like this. And if you can't find it, that's okay. We all get the idea, right? Okay, so these are just antique cast iron hangers. So you can put one of those on there. I mean, my goodness, you could hang anything on that. A kitchen towel, a wreath. You could swag a garland over it. I even thought like, okay, look at this. How beautiful is that? If you just wanted to make it like a towel holder or just wanted to leave it as is, but maybe just add one more bit of embellishment on it. And then I would like take some white paint and kind of go over that. You can do so many different things with this, and I hope he can find that.
Exactly. So many options, says Lynn.
I need Carolyn Duncan. Isn't Carolyn our florist, flower arranger? No, that's Carol Beals.
Ruth Down says you could add the bells you remade.
Oh my gosh, yes. You could, like, if you hung this, like, you could hang like a cluster of bells. You could do, oh gosh, there's so many ways that you could zhuzh this up and make it practical, or like I said, just leave it the way it is.
Did you guys caught when she said, I'm not really gonna make a bow, right? And you see her twisting and turning and rolling and
I don't have my
you guys caught that, right? She's like, I'm not gonna make a bow, and as she's over here spinning and twisting and twirling and
that'll work. Yes. Okay. This doesn't have snow on it, but it is a little more wintry because it's pine needles and got some pine cones. Like I would probably, if I had a wreath like this, you could come in here with a little bit of your snow paste.
Absolutely.
I've done that also many times on the edges of pine cones. Use that snow paste, not the snow crystal paste, but snow paste, just to come on the edge of those pine cones, and they just look so beautiful just in a bowl.
Yes. Everybody said that they were thinking the same thing.
What's
you making that bow?
I said I wasn't going to do this, and then I did. Yeah.
Laura says classic Lynn. Shonda says, yeah, and then she's just making a beautiful bow over there. And she's like, I'm not going to do anything with this.
Well, I don't have the proper tools here. I would typically use a green florist wire, but I guess we're just going to do this so we can see how it looks. And then I'll just fake it. But imagine, okay, guys, imagine this. Look at that. Like, how cool is that?
I love that so much.
That is beautiful. Let me go up a little bit because I have moved my thing out of the way. But yeah, this definitely, like the wreath would definitely need some I think some snowy touches would make this really
just a
pretty.
little flocking, and then it will tie it all. But I mean, it's beautiful like that too.
And I happen to have this from last year, and so again, it calls back to the snowflakes. The red calls back to that red cardinal, but I think that is just stunning. I have to say, I think it's beautiful.
Megan says she's watching from the band bus.
Is she? Of course she is.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it so much. Everybody is saying that they're so inspired. So many ideas.
Good. I'm going to show you one other little idea before we say goodbye.
Kay says you're so creative. All right, y'all. So make sure you have verified. I'm going to give you just a couple of seconds here, and then we're going to close off this wheel. Oh,
what if you did, like, we have a bunch of these. If anybody's interested, you can get in touch with me. These are just old little bakery pans from Europe. But what if you had something like that, right? And then just did a little bit of greens here. That's another way that you could use this panel. What do you think?
I love that. And then you could use one of the IOD labels right there. It's perfect right in the front there.
Yeah, you sure could. Yeah, so many things that you can do with this. You could, if you hung this instead of a wreath, you could hang a little rustic basket, like a little flat basket under this. Would be adorable, just with a little bit of pine boughs in it. And I think it would be just so pretty. But lots of ideas, Teri, to
tons of ideas. I missed it. Let me come back up. Vicky Valdez Green says, my husband is from the East Coast. He loves cardinals. We don't have them in Southern California. I'm going to have to make this for him.
Yes, you should, Vicky. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And again, you think about, like, when you look at this straight on, you're not seeing that shimmer of the decoupage medium with the glitter. But boy, if you tip it just so slightly, you see that little bit of shimmer, but it's not overpowering. Like, it's not like it's obstructing, the glare is obstructing the view of the paper.
Absolutely. Are you going to come back?
I hope you like it, you guys.
I love it. Are you coming back?
Oh, sure. Yes.
Okay.
Are you ready for me?
I'm ready.
Flip.
Check out how fast that was.
Yeah, I made sure to hang on to the thing that's holding my camera.
Let me show you.
Oh, yes. I think I need to get some of those.
Yeah, they're perfect, especially for, because they're pretty firm too, so they don't flop around everywhere.
Like
yeah.
Oh.
So before we let you go, now turn it, Lynn, so they can see the glitter. You see, y'all? Look at that. Oh, so good. So good.
So good.
Look at this.
Pentart has the best stuff.
They do. I see it all the time. Let's give this little shuffle, and then we're going to say good luck.
Who's it going to be?
Pamela McDonald.
Hi, Pamela. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Pamela. So, Pamela, do me a favor. Take a look in the screen. Teri, Teri, 1 R, please, at decoupagequeen.com. Send me an email. Let me know that you're the winner on Ellen J Goods Creative Hour, and I'll send you your special code so you can pick out your prize. So exciting. I love that part now. It's just so fun.
It's so fun. It's so fun. Yeah.
Well, ma'am.
Thank you.
Promise I won't bother you while you're on vacation. We won't destroy your page while we do the takeover.
I hope that I have some kind of internet connection at that time because I want to see this.
Lynn's gonna be like, oh, no, 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 stop.
But you gotta make sure you give her a couple of steps, a couple different steps, right?
So she had homework. We talked yesterday. She had homework. She has homework. And then we're gonna talk again. And then we'll get a little bit of more details. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so fun. And I think that it's one of those ways that we can demonstrate also to people that it doesn't matter what level of crafter you are. If you've never done it before, it's easy. If you do the basics, if you just start with the basic, not everybody is going to do this cardinal.
No.
But maybe they'll just decoupage the cardinal paper and that's it. And that's okay. Then get it out next year and like, oh, I remember when Lynn stenciled those branches. I want to try that. So you can take it slow.
Yep.
Learn one thing at a time.
Love it. We hope you all have a wonderful time this weekend, and make sure I want you guys to have a wonderful time on vacation. Make sure you join us on Ellen J Goods. I believe it's going to be Wednesday.
Right. I'm going to do a live. I'm going to go ahead and do a live here.
On Monday.
I'll be by myself on Monday. But I'll do a quick live and yeah, don't forget to watch the Ellen J Goods takeover on Wednesday. Oh my gosh.
But I appreciate you so very much. And thank you for
Teri.
joining me again. Don't forget, everybody, the links for all of the products are in the description, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Just click in the description link. It'll take you to all the good stuff. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Tomorrow, I'll take a pretty picture of this in different forms, get it to Teri so that she can share that with all of you. And so thank you, you guys. We always appreciate each of you.
Yes.
So stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you the next time.
Bye.